Let's check in now with money guru Scott Phillips, Chief Investment Officer at Motley. Good evening, Scott. Now, all eyes were on Suncorp today as reporting season continued.
Peter, good evening. They certainly were, and the Suncorp story is one of, well, you can get some good gains if you just do a little less badly than the market expected. Despite handing down a profit that was down 29% and the lowest dividend in a decade, Suncorp shares rose 5.5% today. As I said, just going to show that if you do something a little bit less badly than they expect, you can get a nice share price response.
That's how things work. Now, Scott, we're being warned prices could remain high even once supply chain issues are resolved.
Yeah, the worst news we can hear, particularly with interest rate increases coming around the corner. We've got circumstances at the moment where an economist out of Ernst & Young, or EY as it's called these days, is saying even after those supply chain driven pressures ease, plenty of prices will stay high. Now, we can include healthcare, childcare. Unfortunately, for those of us who like a steak, some meat products as well. Turns out some products simply just don't go down very quickly once they've gone up, and it looks like we might be paying a lot more for a lot longer for some of those products.
And of course, that's led to a former Reserve Bank board member making a bold prediction.
Yeah, bold and unwelcome, as we mentioned, about mortgage rates. Unfortunately, John Edwards, former RBA board member and economist, saying that he expects the RBA will move later this year. But not only that, they will probably put through 4 interest rate increases in quick succession. He's saying, look, if the RBA decides it needs to move, there's no point just doing it once. So he's expecting an interest rate, an official interest rate anyway, of 1.0% by the end of the year. That'll be unwelcome because it'll add a full percentage point at least to mortgage repayments right across the country.
And finally, how's Wall Street looking?
We finish with a little bit of good news, Peter, which I always like. Early futures suggest that Wall Street might trade about 0.1% higher. Hopefully that'll continue for their session overnight and set us up for a good start tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Scott. Great talking to you.
Thanks, Peter.